When I say, sorry, when I say I love children, that would equally mean to say I am interested in how these kids are being raised. Why I'm interested in how they are being raised is because these are the factors that contribute to how they will grow, of who and what they become as adults. Because no child remains a child forever. So parents need to be intentional. Parenting is not something you do like a leisure. I mean, like you're just taking it through or you feel like it. If you have a child as a parent or parents, it is a full-time business. It should be your collective responsibility to intentionally want to raise your kids right. I've met a lot of well-mannered children, and within where I live in my vicinity, and sometimes when I equally get to meet their parents, just casually, I don't go about looking for their parents, but when you eventually meet their parents, you are going to know why these kids are well behaved. You see, there's something some parents do not know or do not understand. You are a role model to your child, directly or indirectly. While you communicate with your children, you do not know that somehow and automatically these kids are absorbing almost everything they hear their parents say or do. Verbal and non-verbal communications. You do not have to really come and sit a child down sometimes to let them know that this is how you have to do X, Y, Z. Sometimes you need to be conscious of what you need to be conscious of what you say before your children, especially when they are still growing, when they are in their formation years, formation stages. They process a lot and they store a lot in their head. So when kids grow up, it is important to know who their parents are, because it is through their parents you can be able to say, oh, I see why this child is well mannered or otherwise. And kids grow up to become adults who pioneer different sectors in the societies. How are you raising your child? That should be every parent's concern. And this is not to ignore the fact that some parents had made efforts, and at the end of the day, these children just go out there and mix up and become thoroughly influenced by their peer group and all of that. That is not being ruled out. But before ruling that out, before we get to that, foundation is important. There is a need to give a child a proper foundation. Most of the time, trust me, pays off.